Hello everyone, welcome to Inner Space on a Cloud. I'm Jack Chen, Artistic Director of InnerSpaceConcerts. Before we begin, I want to take a moment to say thank you to all the essential workers out there who are risking their own health to help the rest of us maintain some sort of a norm during this time of uncertainties. I hope some of you are here with us tonight. Thank you all for tuning in tonight to get a little taste of what On a Cloud is and support music and the musicians. I'm excited about all the different experiences we will have here together in the coming weeks and perhaps months. For those of you who are interested, we also have an On a Cloud watch party hangout on Zoom. You can use meeting ID 902-402-1125. That's 902-402-1125. You can join 30 minutes prior to each concert, and we will keep the party going until everyone is gone. So now, sit back, turn your volume up, take a sip of your quarantini, which I've been told is whatever you can get your hands on to drink. Enjoy the show, and remember to send us photos and videos of your own at-home watch parties. Have fun.
Hello, my name is Émilie Paré and I'm a violinist. With my friends and colleagues Renaud Lapierre, Étienne Chénard, and Rachel Dessor, we were going to present 3 quartets featuring the darker side of Mozart. Of course, with recent events and social distancing, we haven't been able to rehearse in person. We tried rehearsing online, but it was not a very successful attempt. Mostly because of technological issues and the difficulty of playing together remotely. So as a test, we decided to record a little bit of a piece at home, separately, and then to put it all back together. We faced a few challenges, both in the playing and in the editing. And we approached this process very informally and, as we would say in French, à la bonne franquette. But overall, I think that the darker character of the minuet from Quartet in D minor K421 really comes true. I hope you enjoy our performance.
My name is Suzanne Lemieux, and I'm pleased to introduce the first of 3 pièces brèves, or 3 short pieces for woodwind quintet by French composer Jacques Ibert. And we were so lonely and sad not to get to play together during this self-isolation time that we decided we would all send Jack a little homemade recording of our own parts for this Ibert piece. And he was able to sprinkle his digital magic dust on there and come up with something that I hope everybody can enjoy, and that is just maybe more than the sum of our parts. Enjoy the Jacques Ibert.
Hello everyone, my name is Scott McMillan and I'm talking to you from my home in Cape Breton, and I'm here to play some guitar for you, and I hope you're going to enjoy it.
Wasn't that wonderful? I hope you enjoyed it. When we decided there will be no more in-person InnerSpace concerts, I know we were all quite disappointed. I was especially disappointed because I was really looking forward to sharing with you in person a project that InnerSpace has been taking on for the past 12 months. This is something I'm really proud of, and well, I don't know what the outcome will be in 3 years' time. I had to follow this dream and give it a shot. I'm thankful that along the way in the last 12 months, so many people have stepped up to be a part of it. And tonight, I'm sharing with you in the hopes that you will consider being a part of this project, this once-in-a-lifetime adventure. We made a video to tell you about it, and I would love to show you right now. Enjoy.
So I was pulled into this whole endeavor as a consultant to talk about the medicine and physiological challenges that our musicians are going to experience during this great adventure to the moon. Their lung capacity, their dexterity, that's very unique, that we're going to have to design specific exercise programs to make sure that we are able to maintain them during the journey, but also rehabilitate them once they return so that they can maintain their elite performing ability even once returning from this great adventure. Our musicians are going to find themselves in tight quarters with the same people for long durations during some periods of very high stress, other periods of absolute nothingness and boredom. One of my colleagues will go into that, and that's their expertise. We've teamed up with Ironstone CrossFit here locally in Halifax to help tailor some exercises focusing on their breathing, their dexterity, their overall physique.
Pour me préparer à ce grand voyage dans l'espace, je m'entraîne ici à CrossFit Ironstone avec une équipe d'entraîneurs et je consulte également des docteurs pour m'assurer que je suis vraiment en forme et que je suis en bonne santé mentale. Et alors, nous faisons des entraînements d'intervalles, des levées de poids et haltères.
Hi, my name is Keith Taylor and I'm a mathematician at Dalhousie University. I've been asked to figure out how to fit the instruments of a group of musicians into a SpaceX storage unit. The storage unit holds 43 cubic feet. Now this is not an easy problem because the instruments come in cases of all different size and shape. So my first thought is I'll take these instrument cases, seal them with plastic wrap, and then submerge them in the big water tank over at the Aquatron at Dalhousie University. If they displace more than 43 cubic feet of water, then I know right away that there's too many musicians and some of them will have to be cut.
Ever since I was a kid, I've been really interested in astronomy, and so for me, being involved with providing food for a trip to the moon is absolutely fabulous. I'm really excited about it. We have selected pea shoots as the food of choice to go to the moon. The reason for that is you can grow a super nutritious, healthy salad green in just 7 days. And you can grow it in a natural substrate made of peat moss and so forth. And the pea shoots form a dense root mat, which you can see here, which ties everything together so that the particles of potting soil that the pea shoots are growing into don't go floating all over the inside of the spacecraft in microgravity, which would definitely be a bad scene. There's actually a lot of light out in space. It's not dark, but the light only comes through the side of the spacecraft, through any windows in the side of the spacecraft that are facing toward the sun. And because we don't know how the spacecraft will be oriented at all times, we have provided some supplemental light. This is the latest technology in LED plant lights. It puts out the optimum wavelengths of light for the growth of plants, which is blue wavelengths and red wavelengths, which together give kind of a purple color. And the power consumption on these is very small in relation to the amount of light they put out. So in a spacecraft, we only have a finite amount of electric power, so energy efficiency is actually really important. And this is the kind of light that we have selected to grow the pea shoots.
Hello, my name's Brian Keating, and I'm a tour guide. I've been taking people into some of the wildest areas on planet Earth for 4 decades now. There's nothing that I like more than taking people into these remote landscapes, like where I was last month in the Antarctic, for instance, places that are otherworldly, to give people an idea of how incredibly beautiful planet Earth is and how remarkable and harmonious nature can be. You know, I think musicians have a chance of doing very well in space because they're creative thinkers. They can think around corners. They can think in a dimension that most people can't. And actually, when you think about it, musicians are kind of like wild cats. They've got the ability to work around problems and work around issues to try to figure out how to take down their prey. And in this case, they're going to a part of our whole spatial environment that is going to present lots of opportunities for creative problem solving.
Hi, I'm Silver Donald Cameron. I'm an author, and I've been asked to recommend a few books that the musicians from inner space might take with them on their voyage to outer space. Well, as it happens, I'm just publishing my 20th book in 2020, and if it's out by the time the moonshot takes place, it would, of course, be my first recommendation. It's called Blood in the Water, a true story of revenge in the Maritimes, and it's the story of a killing that took place in a fishing village in Cape Breton Island in 2013. An interesting story because it turns out it's like going into a house of mirrors. The perpetrators turn out to be victims, the victims turn out to be perpetrators, the community is firmly sympathetic to both the person killed and the people who did the killing. So a fascinating story, I think, and I hope it's been told in a book that will do it justice. It's called Blood in the Water, and it's by Silver Donald Cameron. Now, my second suggestion is a book called Are Stardust by Ellen Kelsey. It's a children's book, and it starts from the point that everything in the universe has really evolved from the dust that was left after the Big Bang, including us. So we are all stardust, and what we see around us is stardust, and this book gives you a lovely sort of glimpse into where we came from, into the magic of wonder of the universe in which we find ourselves. So that's You Are Stardust by Ellen Kelsey. My third suggestion is also a children's book. It's The Wind and the Willows by Kenneth Grahame, an old book now, published in the 1930s, but it's about a mole who has lived his entire life underground, and then one spring day gets a whiff of the air up above and goes out and discovers this whole new world that's full of birds and bees and flowers and all kinds of magical things. It smells terrific, and he heads off to explore it, and the whole book is what happens to the mole after he heads out to look at this brand new world up above. So that's The Wind and the Willows by Kenneth Grahame. My fourth suggestion comes from the fact that I suspect when the musicians come back, they'll want to share their experience, and they may very well want to write about it. And so my fourth suggestion is the best book on memoir that I've ever seen, and it's written by a wonderful writer named Marjorie Simmons, who happens to be my wife. She has just published this book. It's just hit the bookshelves. It's called Memoir, Conversations in Craft. It includes conversations with a number of leading memoirists, and it's a great guide for writing a memoir. So that would be my fourth suggestion. So once again, those are the four suggestions. I'm Silver Donald Cameron. I'm an author. I'm also the host and narrator of thegreeninterview.com, and I'm the Farley Mowat Chair at Cape Breton University. Bon voyage.
I hope you're as excited as I am about the project. I know it's a very long shot, but our team of people consulting and helping us has grown quite a bit since a year ago. And I hope with your help, it will grow exponentially. We are looking for anyone with any expertise that can help us in any way to put our very best foot forward so we have a shot for this once-in-a-lifetime expedition. Help us reach out to Elon Musk, SpaceX, and Mr. Yusaku Maezawa. Elon and Yusaku, if you are watching, you know we are serious. We have some of the best musicians here in Nova Scotia, and we are prepared to get them ready to go to the moon with you. You will not regret it. For the rest of you watching at home, I hope you have enjoyed your teaser episode of On a Cloud. Stay tuned via our email newsletter, our website, InnerSpaceConcerts.ca, and social media platforms for the details of the next episodes. Thank you for supporting music, supporting the musicians, supporting me, and supporting InnerSpaceConcerts. Now I ask you to raise your quarantinis for a toast. Here's to music on a cloud. See you next time. Hello everyone.